Welcome, viewers, back to Heart of the Machine, where we have just been invaded by what looks like raptors from outer space. That's right, the Universal Islander Holdings Exocorp is invading. This is a military invasion that will last 47 turns from one or more Exocorps. Meanwhile, while they've invaded, we are already in the process of infiltrating a hospital here, trying to gather enough. I don't know what we're gathering, actually. We're trying to figure out how to make uterine replicators for the Wastelanders, who are having trouble maintaining the equipment that has kept them independent for generations. So I guess we're stealing schematics. We have 5 turns left for that. That is being countered by Dyad Instruments, who really doesn't like that there's someone rummaging through their records. And they have sent not only combat units after us, who are milling about, but they've also sent these SecForce hackers. These hackers are searching for our senior technician, who's currently doing the infiltrating, and will be for the next 5 turns. And we are countering them by using a Mind Runner and a Raven, who have weakened enemy hacker. The skill appears to be dropping their hacking skill down far enough where it's preventing them from finding us. Testified to the fact that Senior Tech X138 here has taken no damage. I did a couple test turns just to see what happens. It's still not super clear, but essentially, if I don't drop these down to at least 50%, there's some small chance that they do damage directly to Senior Tech by searching. But it's not 100% clear, like sometimes he takes damage, sometimes not. And it seems to be a fact, there's like other random factors happening. But the safe bet here is just keep shooting these. So we're going to do that. We're going to take Mind Runner F41. He is going to target this hacker. This hacker will be weakened 25% with 1 shot and 50% with 2. We're going to do that to 2 hackers. And then we'll do the same with Raven here. Raven has the same ability, weaken enemy hackers. Doesn't do any damage to them, it just weakens them somehow. She's going to knock them down to 50%. We're going to hold at 50% there and see if that's enough to keep Senior Tech X138 from taking damage. My working theory is that the hacking skill of 128 there needs to be below the tech's agility of 210. So that's sort of the working theory. Meanwhile, there's also combat units here. They're coming to get us. They can't see the Mine Runner or the Raven right now, so they're just milling about looking for something. They also can't see Senior Tech, who's in there doing the infiltration. But if we were to send anybody to help them, they'd be engaging. Over here we have what looks like Exocorp Raiders. Yep, UIH Exocorp Raider, this guy, who, notice the difference here. The Exocorp Raiders are like fully painted, fleshed out characters versus what they're fighting is what we've been fighting all along, these sort of silhouetted models. So it's interesting that they are very clearly denoted as different. So Exocorp Raider is here to take what they can from the city. They are attacking Yinchi Wellness, it looks like. Someone we've run afoul of ourselves a few times. So it looks like 1 Exocorp Raider there with 3 Raptors fighting Yinchi Wellness. I think what we're going to do for that battle is we're going to take our ORS Star, or Spectre, which is, Spectre's just a cloaked vehicle that can run around, and clearly the cloak doesn't work that well, but can run around and do some observation for us. So send a Star over here to keep his eyes on. Oh, and look at that, we uncovered some rebel gunslingers here who look like they might be coming to engage with this. rebel gunslingers are allies of us, sort of. I'm sure our deterrents would kill them if they got close, but they're wearing Anthro Neuroweave that we made, or that we taught them how to make, one or the other. There's our stealth ship there, looking cloaked. We're going to ignore these for now and see how that battle plays out. We will defend our territory if necessary. There's some other background stuff going on, not much. Music is getting very intense. I think this is a pretty exciting turning point with 47 turns of military invasion. We're also going to get the Sirius here, troop ship. Sirius currently has 4 predators on board. We're gonna bring liquid metal, put liquid metal on board, and we might as well bring this PMC here and put him on board as well. And then this troop ship is going to fly over this direction just to back our mine runners up in case these Nickelbots or combat units get any bad ideas. Let's park over here somewhere. I don't want to get too close to the hacker because that hacker's going to see us and shoot us. I've also got the PMC selected here still instead of the troop ship. It's kind of a common problem with me and the troop selection interface, or the ship differential. Making sure you have the ship selected and not the people on board. Very critical. Okay, like I said, we are going to bring this ship over here. If it gets too close to the hackers, they are going to see it and shoot it, so we do want to stay away from them. It looks like these other guys are going to see us too. And if we sail over this farm area, we're going to make those guys mad. So I guess the trick here is to put it somewhere where we don't want to attract attention from the hackers, but we don't mind attracting attention from the bots because we're here to destroy them. Liquid metal, what can you do? You're kind of short range. Wow, not that great. PMC a little better, but yeah, it's really the predators who are carrying us. Just don't like having those bots around. I guess we didn't really need to shoot them, but doesn't appear to be hurting. There's probably other things I could be doing with my mental energy. Looks like if we move about here, we can take these other 2 out. There's something dangerous there. Yeah, let's go about here, I guess. We have 2 mental energy. I planned that perfectly to just allow us enough time to take both of these out. And troop ship is safe. There are a whole bunch more of these dyad instruments bots here, but they're facing UIH, not us. Look at all these raptors and whatnot happening here. They're also fighting Tark defense systems. We've had brush-ins with Tark before, so I'm not really too sad to see them go. But honestly, so far it looks like UIH is helping us out there. They are invading, but they are taking out the trash. Still have suburban protesters here. This guy looks like he should probably be running away. It's getting a little close to the combat situation. We will have to monitor that and see how it goes. For now, let's turn our attention to what other projects we have here. So Uterii replicators here is 5 turns away. Raccoon population is slowly building up. We have 774 raccoons uplifted. Down with Sec Force, another project that we'd like to start. This is going to take... I'm guessing that's going to be Street Sense related. Yeah. Street Sense, project related Street Sense. These things. Awesome. So we can use prismatic tungsten to go and set charges around the city to blow up Sec Force. We'll probably do that in a place away from any of our buildings at first. But I bet we just have to set, yeah, 20 charges. Wow, okay. Cool. Otherwise, we also have, that's it. We just have this investigation to finish. Let's keep the map set to contemplations. Music is getting really interesting here. And I guess we'll see what happens here. Let's watch it from groundish level. Turn 289. Yeah, it looks like I saw a raptor destroyed. So maybe those raptors aren't that great. Somebody new here involved. Black Loop Infantry. I guess they're just protecting their building. Yeah, point of interest guard. At least one raptor left there. What? They're moving throughout the city. Nothing directly threatening us. We have one enemy attack planned. A whole nother pitch battle breaking out over here with Vorsaber soldiers and UIH. Wow, okay. I guess this is just like a major conflict that isn't directly involving us. It's really the UIH against everybody in the city. So we're gonna wait till they get closer, I guess, before we start worrying too much about them attacking us. Although it's quite possible that they wake up these other forces which come after us. I'm not really sure if we need to take a side yet, though. Let's keep the Spectre. Actually, before we move the Spectre, let's take a look at that one enemy attack plan. That's over here. Yes, and we need to spend some points here to make sure Senior Tech doesn't get hurt. Senior Tech, we need to knock these hackers down to 50% each. No big deal. So this is just a waste of 8 of our mental energy at the start of every turn, basically. Unless they bring new hackers, and then it will be more. Troop ship, the Sirius here, can take care of itself. We'll keep this area clear. I just don't want them accidentally coming too close and shooting our guys. That means we're gonna have to move the Sirius a little bit, and it's a little tricky to move it and not accidentally put it somewhere where it's gonna take damage from the hackers. We really don't want to do reprisals on the hackers because killing them directly does do a lot of damage to our infiltrator there. Although I haven't played enough to know if that damage goes down if their hacking skills have already been reduced. I'm not sure. I'm not about to experiment with it right now. I'd rather just survive this. Now let's go move that Spectre so we have some eyes on them as they get closer to us. As these War Raptors get closer to us, I'm gonna take a little more serious. Oops. Wrong ship selected as usual. Okay, over here, spaceport is dangerous. There's a lot of mechs. They all want to shoot this guy. Even though he's cloaked, I don't like that he's cloaked and he still gets the "you're going to get shot" signal. Interestingly, if we actually put him above the spaceport, they don't seem to see him. It's only when he's outside of the spaceport. Very odd. I guess we'll keep him on the side. Seems safe. If I can select and move. Seems safe about here. Get eyes on all of this, and we can watch the Vorsaber battle commence next turn. We have 5 more moves for us this turn, though, so probably time we started planting explosives. Who's going to be able to do that? Project related. Anybody? Cannot be done by a vehicle. It uses tungsten. Prismatic tungsten, that is. Can it be done by a technician? And where are our technicians? We also have a combat unit. Probably be done by him, right? Sure, let's do it maybe over here, so we do it in our network, but not near anything. It takes 3 mental energy to set a charge. Is that true if it's near us as well? No. It's just because he has to move far. I really don't want to explode things so close to my own buildings, though, so let's go for the 3 mental energy here. 25 prismatic tungsten gave us 5% progress on that. We'll do another one close by here for just 1 mental energy, it looks like. Yes, and maybe this one here. Oh yeah, that seems pretty harmless. We'll have him walk around and do a few per turn. The other thing we have that we're working toward is these parkour bear deployment stations. These seem sort of like a last defensive last refuge, I guess, as if those raptors get close to one of these, we can release a parkour bear. Once they're built, right now they have 3 turns left. We are out of mental energy for that turn, so we're gonna keep our eyes focused on this little skirmish and see if we can tell what happens with all of these outer space war raptors. Dinosaurs from space! Let's turn on this idea. We did finish a procurement efficacy. Wind turbines, wells, water filters, biomulchers, or skimmers. Skimmers is nice. This is just a straight up out extra income, so we'll do that. The rest, they also are basically extra income, energy income, well and cistern income. I guess these are all just income boosters. I am worried about, not about the groundwater one, I guess that one makes sense, but this one, the better water filters one, I'm a little worried that upgrading this upgrades the need for groundwater. So that's a weird balance we have to figure out. Let's do skimmers. And then end the turn and call it turn 290. Whole lot of action. It looks like the mechs are getting mad. It doesn't really seem like the war raptors are lasting that long, honestly. Forcible soldiers do have 300 armor piercing. These things aren't armored. They don't have that much health. They just have ridiculous armor piercing and pretty decent combat power, but it does look like they're going to be outmatched by Vorciber. That poor cat, just sitting there. Alright, the important thing for us is 10 enemy attacks planned. Oh my god, okay. It looks like our worker sledges are becoming engaged and getting attacked by dyads. Interesting that the only incoming attacks there are from the dyads. Can we tell who is shooting what here? It's kind of hard to say. I guess this mech is getting shot by this exocorp. This exocorp is taking incoming fire from all the other mechs. So the mechs are fighting back on the exocorp. These are Galari expeditionary mechs. I think they'll quiet down as long as we don't invade their territory. Alright, this combat over here, it looks like it's mostly a bunch of worker sledges. Let's start it off how we always do. Oh, actually started off by checking his health. Yes, still at 100%. So whatever we're doing is working. We'll keep it up. And we're not going to unload. We're just going to shoot from the sky. Although we will have to move. It does look like our move is pretty safe this turn. Everyone else is otherwise occupied. I still try to keep us far enough away from the hackers that, unfortunately, not far enough away. Alright, we can shoot these guys. And now we are taking a shot from that hacker there. That hacker is going to die next turn. And the amount of damage it's doing to us is only 4%. I guess we could slide away a little bit to negate some of that. What else could we do? Nothing. We don't have like any cover or anything that we could do, so we'll just slide a little bit away, change that from 4% to 1 to 2%. Like, it doesn't take that much to get out of range. So we took 2% there, and we can heal that up. Cool, and that's the end of turn 290. Didn't have enough time to finish to add anything to down with Sec Force. We are getting closer on the raccoon population being fully uplifted. And we have 3 more turns of infiltration, so turn 291 is next. I guess we'll stick around here and maybe keep this guy selected during the turn and see if he takes damage when these hackers get destroyed. And get down there with him. There we go. Turn 291. Alright, hackers did get destroyed, but it looks like maybe new ones came in. Keep the number constant, and we took no damage. Great. So we're going to do the same thing with hackers, 50% off each of them. There's only 4. Does look like these worker sledge are taking a tiny bit of damage. There's also PMC imposters moving in now. It's interesting, our workers just seem to be deciding on their own to come out here and attack. I know that you can adjust them, but not really enough to make any sense. Okay. Wow. A whole bunch of our sledge are out here engaging Nebo investments. They really don't like that one guy there for some reason. Luckily, none of these mechs are engaging back, although I'm not sure we can count on that lasting. Overview. 9 enemy attacks planned, so it looks like most of it's here. We'll take care of a few. And it looks like the rest are out of range. We're down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 visible here. I wonder if that means... I guess we're gonna have to step through them to see what each of them are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's just these 2 guys really that we can take out. The rest are all hacker attacks I'm not too worried about. We will move you over here so the hackers aren't interested. And that is close enough where Predator 555A can shoot at you. Boom. And they're done. Ah, Famine Doom event. Turn 291 triggered our next Doom event. Most food is produced outside the city and a blight is interfering with production. The lower classes begin to starve. There's nothing you can do to prevent this. Wow, nothing, huh? Luckily, we're taking care of a large portion of the lower classes, but look at that. Turn 291, our second Doom. Not sure what the implication here will be, but maybe it'll mean we'll start seeing more refugees. If we take a look at life forms. Traumatized ex-cons, interesting, and unsorted mass of prisoners we've liberated. For now, all you can do is house them and give them their freedom. Eventually, they'll need a lot more than that. Somehow we have room for 27,000 of those. I believe we just made a building. Humans in mine farms is pretty close to our max. Uplifted raccoons getting close to max. Oh no, it's not. 900, max is 10,000. Nowhere near max. Mind uploads. We already have almost 2,300 people who've died and uploaded their consciousness to our mainframes. That's actually sapping a bit of our mental power, not really giving us any benefit that I know of other than goodwill. Refugees, this is what I was looking for. So currently no refugees. A lot of people sheltered, but no one in refugee status. Our progress toward the next intelligence class is still under 50%, so I'm thinking it might be time to explore other timelines to try to improve that. Let's see if we can finish a few more of these first. So right now, 4 enemy attacks planned. It's all hackers. We're going to use our remaining 4 mental energy this turn, having this combat unit run around and plant bombs. It does look like our workers are just spreading throughout the city. It might become mayhem shortly. Do have plenty of prismatic tungsten to do this. I'm gonna move him here. Yeah. Oh, look. So if we attack it, it gets mad. That's for sure. But doesn't seem to react if we get close to this raptor. We're gonna send him into the heart of danger, I guess. And one more. Ah, he's out of action points. No more for you. Maybe we'll start sending someone else to do that as well. Not sure where our main tech units are right now. Here we are. They're on board the Lion. Is that not the Lion? There's the Lion. Yeah, we'll send the Lion, I guess, down here. Or down here. And then next turn we can hop a tech out and plant some explosives in this area. Okay, that's everything we can do this turn. I guess we kind of are losing track of what's going on here, but pretty sure these soldiers we're gonna have to clean up. I'm confident that our deterrence is gonna handle it, although maybe we start building a little more. Yeah, nothing's really come in even close to within range of any of our stuff yet. Maybe over here there's like a network extender, but yeah, there's a network extender here, but they're not attacking anything. If we look at our structures, yeah, nothing's complaining. I think we're good. Let's move on to 292. Guess we'll keep the camera focused here and watch these hackers evaporate. Okay, same story. This turn, 10 enemy attacks planned. I think the majority are probably here. Let's start out with our hacker deterrent program. 2 shots each on these hackers seems to do it. Senior Tech X-138 is busy for one more turn. Over here, we are getting attacked by Tark Defense Systems and others. I haven't taken any damage yet, but we could be in trouble. Let's take out the ones that are one-shots. That leaves just hackers over there annoying the investigation. But over here we want to take out these Tarks. And this may take a lot of mental energy because they have pretty high health. And we could have been horrifying these. We're doing a way better horrify damage on these than we were doing physical damage. Okay, who do we have? Four enemy attacks planned. We're going to leave that ship there. It doesn't look like the POI guards are attacking us. Although with all of my workers coming in, it seems like they probably could be. Right, more bombs. Just checking the overview. I don't see anything else coming in. We're probably going to want to go and attack these Forciber here. Maybe here. Looks like Nath Vertical is getting involved now. And Graph Industries. So yeah, they're just going after the other companies. They're not going after us. That's cool. I'm happy with that. Maybe we'll even talk to them afterwards. Over here, we do want to jump a tech out to do some bomb planning. And we got 2 done this turn. Not much else we can do right now. So let's hop over to the next turn. It looks like we're just about to finish the raccoon uplift. And this is the last turn for investigation, so this should be it. Let's hit turn 293. All hackers destroyed. Uterii replicators project completed. Maybe one more turn for raccoon population. Uterii replicators being completed gives us a housing inspiration, housing expansion inspiration. Not really any immediate, really not clear at all what the immediate thing is, the immediate benefit is for finishing that project. I guess it was the housing expansion. No new suggestions. I guess at this point we're just dealing with this military invasion. That's gonna be a good spot to end it. End this episode, I mean. We will be back in the next episode and try and see if there's any way we can make this invasion from Exocore UIH be turned to our advantage. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you are willing to click that like button for me. And consider subscribing to the channel. I hope to see you next time. This has been Corknut playing Heart of the Machine. Bye-bye for now.